Hey everybody, Charles for HumbleMechanic.com here today to talk about the Westling machine 1/4 inch socket tray. So I've been searching for years to find a good quality socket tray replacement, something to replace these plastic holders where the tabs always break off. Now, these are okay, and I've went through a whole lot of these over the years. They hold the sockets just fine, but like I mentioned, the plastic tabs always break, and having one that's broken really drives me nuts. So about a month ago, I stumbled upon this socket tray from Westling Machine, and I went ahead and ordered it. Now, I've been using this in my roll cart for about 3 weeks now, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. I really like this socket tray. Not only does it look really awesome, which let's face it, that's the most important thing, is that it looks cool in your toolbox, but it holds the sockets really well. You can see as I wiggle them around here pretty aggressively, they all stay right where they're supposed to stay. Now, I will say that if you are planning to use this as a socket tray to pick up and carry your sockets around, you may run into trouble there. That's not really what this is meant for. This is meant to be in a drawer of a toolbox. And I'm really tough on the tools on the top of my roll cart. So to have something that holds up really well is very, very important to me. Now, this is CNC'd from a piece of billet aluminum. It's also anodized and color coded, blue for metric and red for standard. And that's something you really do expect to see out of every kind of socket organizer. One of the other things that I really like about this socket tray, not only will it hold regular sockets, but it'll also hold things like Allen and Torx bits, something that the plastic trays just don't really do a good job of. It also cleans up really well. You can see on the inside of this plastic one where I've tried to clean it, it just doesn't clean up really well. This being a piece of aluminum, it cleans up very, very easily. Now when I got this, I actually posted a picture of it on Facebook, and a lot of you guys commented and said, we really want to see this magnetic. And I understand why you feel that way, but to be honest, you really don't need it to be magnetic. The one place I wouldn't mind seeing a magnet would be on the bottom so that you had less opportunity for this to move around in your roll cart or your toolbox. Let's say you're opening the drawer and the whole tray may slide. But a little double-sided tape is generally what I use to take care of that. So a magnet on the bottom, I'm all into. A magnet on the top, I'm not really as excited about. And the reason is that's gonna collect debris. Either metal debris from, other projects that you're doing or things that you're working on, or simply maybe small pieces of socket that break off or wear over time, and it'll actually make it harder to clean. So a magnet on the top to hold the sockets, again, not really something I think you need. It does a really good job of holding the sockets, unless you want to use this as a mobile socket storage tray where you can pick it up and go somewhere with it. But again, you can see it holds these sockets really well, even without any type of magnet. The thing I'd really like to see out of this storage tray is a similar setup to this, where it's got the tall pins in the back and the short pins in the front. The problem with that is if you do something like this, one, it eliminates one of the benefits of being able to put other style 1/4 inch drive bits, and two, you need different diameter pins in order to make the deep sockets fit. So it's one of those things that's really great in theory, but once it comes to application, you're better off really with something plastic if that's what you want as far as the tall pins in the back. This is how they sit in the tray. I think it looks great. This one's numbered. You can get them where they're not numbered as well. You pay like $2 extra and have it all numbered and labeled. I really like that. I thought it was cool to have them labeled, so I paid a little bit extra. The tray comes in unlabeled at $10. If you get the number indicators, it adds a couple bucks. It comes in at $12 for the 1/4 inch. The 3/8 drive comes in at $15, and the 1/2 inch drive, which is, think about how many sockets this is gonna hold. A big tray, or I think it's actually 2 smaller trays, comes in at $25. Where the real deal really is the entire kit. So you can get a metric and a standard 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch drive for $100. And I'll be sure to put a link in the show notes for you guys if you want to check that out. I think this is a really awesome socket tray. I think it's gonna definitely last longer than this one. And I'm glad I finally found something that, I can beat up a little bit on and it'll still hold up really well. No matter what you do, whether you outfit your box with these, the Westling machine tray, or even something, let's say, like this, tool storage is expensive. So I always recommend find the thing that you like, stick with it. If you want to have all matching stuff, I'm really into that. If you want to have things that are different, if you don't care, whatever you want. Remember that a lot of this kind of stuff is very, very personal. So half of you guys may love this and stand behind this and don't mind replacing these when they break. Some of you guys may love this and go this route. Some of you may like, I don't know why I put that away. Some of you guys may love this style or some of the other kind, the locking ones, whatever. Basically, buy what you like, outfit your box or your roll cart how you like it. Personally, I really dig this. I really like this. I'm gonna keep this one for my 1/4" drive sockets. I won't be using the 3/8 drive one because I really like the snap-on socket organizer that came with my snap-on sockets that I bought, 12 years ago or whatever. I've had to duct tape it back together a bunch of times. It's also plastic, but I really like the way the sockets lay in, and it makes it really easy to find the sockets that you're looking for fast. So overall, I definitely would recommend this. I really dig it. Like I said, it's a cool tray. It holds all your stuff. It holds 4 through 15 millimeter, including 5.5 millimeter, basically just like these do. That's a pretty common, size range for 1/4" drive. So if you want to check them out, I'll put a link in the show notes. It is westlingmachine.com. And I'm going to wrap it up there. If you guys have any questions or comments, post it in the comments section below. Hey, if you like the video, throw it a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. You can also subscribe on YouTube or on the blog at humblemechanic.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the blog, and obviously here on YouTube. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. It's so cool looking. And I hope you guys noticed that I actually faced the numbers of the shallow 1/4" drive sockets just for you.